Hey, man. Welcome to the Big Bad Broadcast, dude.
I took a bite out of the postman. I bet I'm on his sack. Bright and early next morning, he told the doctor, I hate chihuahuas. They're rats from hell. They bit my ankles and my balls as well.
Oh, God. Good evening and welcome to the Big Bad Broadcast. You can see us anywhere. You can see us on Roku. You can see us on the Strong Island app, which is on Fire Stick, or you can
But
see
you
us
can't
on
see us on our own website.
You can see us on the YouTube channel. Also, let's thank Tommy Chong for introducing us.
Yeah.
And let's thank the Chihuahua for biting him on a sack. So, yeah, it's been a crazy ass week. And let me introduce you to the guys. We have Mike Grief, who just came back from herding cattle.
Yeah, baby.
That was funny.
Got,
Chihuahua. He bit me on my sack.
we have Craig Mitchell. Give Craig Mitchell a big round of applause. Craig also has a cooking show on Strong Island TV.
And who hasn't been a mailman on his sack? Come on.
And me. And
I've been
Mike.
Santa on his sack.
You don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing.
Been a big week in my family. Been a big week. My son's 31st birthday yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Congratulations.
Yeah, happy birthday. And my daughter's announcement that she's directing the new Amy and the Orphan movie.
How cool is that?
I already sent you my reel.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty exciting stuff.
Wow, look at that. He beat me. He sent the reel. I'm just sending a resume, you know.
Well, I sent her your reel. I didn't have one. So
and you guys would be happy to know there's a review of this magic convention coming up, and it has a list of the founders, and I'm one of the founders, and it actually says John Ferrantino is the most experienced guy we have. I think he's been performing for 137 years.
Yeah. John was performing at the Last Supper. All right, look at it. I'm going to make
137 years.
I have a huge problem with this because when I drive, I listen to the 80s channel, and I'm sorry, the 80s were only like 15 years ago. They were
the 70s channel. What are you talking about? I can't stand the 80s music.
It's not that long ago. It's not 40
now
years
I feel
ago.
better about myself because I got that Sirius radio, and every channel is either 80s on 8, 70s on 7, classic rock. I don't listen to any modern music, so it's like my wife wanted to watch the Grammys. We watched the Grammys, and I was shocked. Well, I actually loved that throwback they did with the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Was pretty friggin' cool. Not that I was a huge fan of hip hop, but I mean, I was there at the beginning, loved it. But all this modern, I don't know. We'll listen to any of them. I don't know.
It's like when you watch Saturday Night Live.
Harry Lacka Styles. I don't know any of them.
How about when you watch Saturday Night Live? I don't know one band and I don't know one host.
Don't know any. Yeah, most of the time.
You don't know Billie Eilish? Come on.
I don't know. God no.
I've heard of them, but I mean, I hear their. Yeah, John's right. If I watch Saturday Night Live, I hear their music, but I don't listen. I've never tuned into those radio stations.
The only one on the
when I was on
Grammy.
Saturday Night Live, the bands were the Mighty Boss Tones, and P Diddy. Come on.
The only one on the Grammys that I recognized who couldn't be recognized was Madonna.
Oh my God.
She looked like a fish. She does. She looks like a puffer fish.
I mean, she calls herself the material girl. Spend a little money on your face.
Well, she did.
She spent a lot of money on her face.
And everybody's like getting pissed off about making fun of her. But I'm not making fun of her. I'm like, why did you do that to yourself? It's not complimentary at all.
Well, Nicole Kidman did the same thing and then had to have it reversed. She had to have it reversed.
Yeah.
She didn't even look anything like herself for a while.
Wasn't it Renee Zellweger who had it reversed?
I don't know.
No, I mean, so did she. What's her name? Did it also? I just lost my thought that I just said the name.
But Madonna just looks scary.
Madonna does look scary. She looks like she looks like she fucking died a couple of years ago. She just they forgot to tell her. She
looked like she
did. It looked like she had a shrimp allergy.
She looked like
she had a peanut allergy or something.
She looks all swollen.
She looked like she did the 50-yard dash in a 25-yard gym.
Oh.
No, I understand. I understand the pressure on, and it's not cool, or the pressure on women to look young and vibrant. But man, it's just not working. That's
I feel bad for women. I mean, look at this. Come on, this is natural. I just, I'm blessed. I don't have to spend anything.
When that album came out, remember where she had like the ice cream cones on her boobs?
Yeah.
Now it's soft serve.
It was like
it's soft serve.
Now it's soft serve.
Now it's flying
stuff.
Now it's flying sauce. Now it's waffle cones.
Yeah, but I'd still eat it.
No, you wouldn't.
Listen, it needs some sprinkles and maybe a couple of nuts on it, but
well, I think you can provide the nuts. I mean,
you know what it tastes
that's
like
not
now.
your persuasion, but
you know what it tastes like now. It depends.
Listen, come on, I don't care. You could see a fucking 80-year-old chick, and she'll be like, "You want to see my tits?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, yeah." Yeah, let me see them. All right.
I just like the little yeah, all right.
Like he made believe he had to think about it.
Yeah,
I know. Whip them out. Just whip them.
Just whip them out, Grandma. Come on.
Yeah, but the thing is, if they're 80-year-old, she can display them like a waiter to displays the wine. She can go, there you go.
There you go. You kidding? She got to put them back in with a shoehorn. Hey, all right,
man.
Speaking of balloons, we had the Chinese balloon this week.
The Chinese balloon. It is balloon.
How is that for a segue?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I was not expecting that at all, John.
John, he brought that out of nowhere.
What I want to know is the stupidest thing in the world. They got satellites. It's like it reminds me of the chopsticks. It's like, why the fuck would you still be using chopsticks when there's forks and there's regular utensils out there? Why the fuck are you using a balloon? There's satellites. What the fuck is wrong?
It's like the mystery. Why do they call it duck sauce?
Ducks, that's right.
There's nothing to do with duck.
There's no duck in that.
There's no duck in there.
No. And out here in California, you can't get duck sauce. No Chinese restaurants have duck sauce.
Well, they don't have good duck. So what they call it, apricot, whatever the hell. It's not like New York duck sauce. But you know what? I go on Amazon and I buy. This is how crazy I am. I got to have duck sauce. I order it on Amazon. I get duck sauce on Amazon.
Do you really?
I do.
My Chinese restaurant actually makes the real mustard, like in New York.
The powdered stuff, and they mix it up, right?
So you don't have to use. So you don't have to use. They have it behind the counter. They gotta know you. I go, can I have some of that mustard? Yeah. How many you need?
So you don't know how lucky you are.
They're like this. They're like,
it's not that hard to make.
How many you need?
See, you still live on the East Coast. You're in Florida. Florida still has good Chinese food, good pizza, good all that. Because Florida, half of Florida's retired New Yorkers. We're in California. You can't get good. I got one place that I can get decent pizza, and I got to travel an hour to get it. Forget about the Chinese. Like Craig said, no duck sauce. How do you know?
The chop suey looks nothing like East Coast chop suey.
Chop suey. I always thought that was a joke. There's a real dish called chop suey.
Yeah, my mom loved it.
It's chow mein only cut bigger.
My mom used to tell a story when she lived in Greenwich Village in the 30s, that her father used to give her a nickel, and she would walk down to the local Chinese place with a bucket, a pail, and for 5 cents he would fill up the pail with chop suey, and she'd bring it home and they'd have Chinese food. I don't know why I
can imagine a pail full of chop suey.
Yeah, the place near us had a pail of bad shrimp, and they just got closed down.
Oh, that's not good.
God. So I must have told you guys. You remember those all-you-can-eat places like Cookies?
Right.
And,
I used to love those places.
Oh my God, we used to go there as a family, and my mother had this big purse, big empty, and she would line it with plastic bag. And so it was shrimp, all-you-can-eat shrimp, and so me and my brothers would get huge plates of shrimp, and we'd dump it in her bag. Go home.
You mean
So we'd
Cookie
eat all the shrimp
Steakhouse?
we could eat there, and then we'd go home and we'd have freaking shrimp for like another day
I
or
mean,
two.
I mean Cookie Steakhouse,
There
right?
was Cookie Steakhouse on the top of the Queens Mall. Then there was,
My
I used to
son,
go- that
then
guy got on
Howard
TV with
Johnson's
his
had
wi-
all the clams you could eat. We do that at Howard Johnson's too.
but
Remember
that guy from Cookies, he got on TV with his wife, and he looked like he was always drunk off his ass. He was like, "I have it. Why you gotta come to
was.
Cookies?
they had the
free."
the never-ending
Yeah.
sangria freaking thing there.
I know the root beer you can drink. You know,
around here they had
Yes.
before king crab and snow crab got so expensive. They used to have all you can eat crab.
Oh,
I went with my son once,
Oh.
and he goes, "I'm not eating all day before I get there. No carbonated beverages and no butter." He ate 7 pounds of crab legs
See, there's a man who plans. There's
for
a
like
man with a
50
plan.
for like $15.
Oh my
And
god!
the guy was like, every time I was like getting embarrassing. Everything, I'll have another pound, please. The guy is coming over like,
it reminds you of John Panette. You go home now.
yeah.
You have
I had
4
king.
hours.
I had king crab once. I'm telling you, penicillin doesn't kill that.
No, you need a hedge trimmer.
I went
Yeah.
to
Makes a
I
nice
went-
salad though.
you guys ever see Deadliest Catch?
Oh sure, yeah. I haven't watched it in a
So
few years. But I
my
used to
daughter
like it.
took me to this place in Alaska where they come in and they have like containers
Off
that
the
they
batting
built,
sea.
that they built, this little food shack for it.
Mhm.
And the line is about 100 yards long. And the crab legs they sell are about 28 inches long, and they're like that round
Mm,
for one leg,
wow.
and it's like $30. And
right there at the source, it's $30, man. That's
Yeah.
a ripoff. It should be cheaper right there in Alaska.
Yeah.
but it's it's not really expensive. Each leg is about 2.5 pounds. Crab
You're
leg is
paying
more
for
than
the
that.
name. You're paying for the name.
But
that's
yeah,
right.
they
Like
cook
my
it
mother
right
just-
there, man. The ship
Mm.
pulls up and they start. So it's never been frozen. So it's really like totally different. It's like a totally delicacy.
Well, that's like my brother lived in Japan for a couple of years. So every time we want to go out for sushi or something, all he does is complain. Oh, it's not like I'm just like, well, then go the fuck back to Japan. It's like this is what we can get here. What do you want from me? What am I supposed to do? Go back in the kitchen and
You were saying that you can't
bite the
get
fish
good-
right out of the tank.
You were saying you can't get good pizza. So we have this new pizza place that opened up called Bizarro's,
Right?
and it's a chain.
Great name.
Is that John
Is-
Bizarro's?
There's
Yeah,
a
right.
It's a chain. So I'm going to pick up a pizza the other day, right? And the guy's on the phone. The guy is so Italian. It's like, it's ridiculous. This is a conversation. Hey, what do you mean? Your pizza's not the what do you order? And I don't know what she says. And he goes, so listen, here's what do. You bring her the pizza back. I take her the pizza back, and then you can get the fuck out of here. Because I ain't giving you any money back. Just shut up. And he hangs. I'm going, wow. There's good customer service.
There you go.
I'll give you a California experience. I ordered pizza this week. I don't really do it a lot, but I did from. Should I say
When
the
Craig
name?
says not a lot, he means like less than 5 times.
No,
a
less than
week.
3 times a week.
3 times
Seriously.
a week.
But should I mention the name?
Yeah.
Why not?
Who gives a shit?
Big Mama's and Papa's Pizza, which has actually got really big after the Oscars when Ellen.
With that name, they should have been closed down anyway.
Yeah, really.
So they have really good pizza. It's so I order a large pizza, which says $17.99 on the website. I got extra cheese, I got green peppers, black olives, and mushrooms, and I had it delivered with tip, $50.
Jesus
How do
Christ.
you figure that?
Well,
They
that's
just-
that's one pizza.
It's one pizza, $17.99, and it was like $2.89 or $3. I think it was like $4.99 for extra cheese and
Well,
all
how
the
much was the
extras.
delivery charge?
There was a $3 service charge and a $5.50 tip.
No,
And then they had other
for the
fees,
convenience
and
of
I'm
not having to get off your fat ass. I mean,
That's
I'm
it.
talking
You
about
know what?
me.
I wasn't gonna do it. I'm like, screw it. I'll eat it for 3 days. So
'Cause I'll do
Okay,
that. I'll
so-
call up. That
That's
I
a lot
don't
of
got that.
money,
I got
man.
that. I got that Uber Eat Me, that app.
Uber Eat Me.
And you call them up, and you're right, because it's like
Uber.
there's something discrepancy there, because I'll call the restaurant and I'll order something and it's $22,
Oh,
But if I order it on the app, it's $50. You know, it's like
it's a lot cheaper to do it through the restaurant.
It is, and they try to make it seem like, and they'll say this, it's only a $2 delivery fee. It's bullshit. It's not. First of all, they jack up the price of each item when you order through like Uber or whatever. So it's like
DoorDash does that too.
Yeah, so there's the lie right there. It's like, at least be honest and tell me. I don't care for the convenience.
When I was a kid,
we didn't have telephone.
We were coming over on the Titanic.
Listen, when I was a kid, you could go to the pizza place on the corner of my house, and for 25 cents, you got a Coke and a slice of pizza.
How much were the hot dogs on the corner?
Large pies were $1.25.
I remember pizza was, I'm pretty sure when it was about a quarter a slice.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
A quarter a slice, yeah.
It was like maybe 75 cents. I used to go to Dino's Pizza in East Meadow.
Yeah, maybe it was more expensive in Long Island, but in Queens it was. I remember that was.
I totally don't remember.
Place on my corner. Well, I used to have an ice cream truck when I was in high school.
You had your own ice cream truck?
You own one?
No, I leased it. It was like my own business.
Did you sell anything else off that truck?
No, but I used to. I used to use. I didn't use bells. I used to use the theme from Tommy the Overture.
Seriously,
which is proven. They did a study that'll sell a lot of ice cream.
It does. I mean, they knew I was coming around. But
Tommy,
the bottom line was, so during April, May, before the height of the season, you could rent the truck. I think starting March 19th for like $35 a week. Then you bought your own ice cream.
Shit, I would have bought the truck and opened a moving business.
And the summertime, the rent went up to $119.
Well, of course.
Which doesn't seem like so expensive. But the most expensive ice cream on the truck was 25 cents.
Yeah.
Volume.
What was your favorite now off the ice cream man truck? What was your favorite ice cream?
I was addicted. It was hot. It was the summer. Those Marina Italian ices.
Marino's Italian. Oh, the ones with the concentrated flavor on the bottom.
You would flip them over.
Yeah,
love those things. I love it was the strawberry shortcake pop.
Yeah, I like those too.
Yeah, that was mine. I'm not kidding.
I used to sell soda, which you weren't allowed, and I'd put it in the back of the truck, cases of it, past the freezer. And if I popped the clutch in first gear, I could do a wheelie.
Wheelie in the ice cream truck.
Always.
Yeah, and no, there was a guy in my neighborhood named Chick. Chick was the ice cream man.
Yeah,
the big, heavy-set guy in his early 50s. Chick. He used to be shirtless. It was kind of gross at times, but the thing is, what I found out later when I got older, Chick was selling more than ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, hey, Chick, I want the half a lid.
Have the special air.
Oh yeah, and they did a tribute page to him on Facebook, and everybody was talking about all the marijuana they bought from Chick.
Wow,
I used
to hang out with a guy that worked in the senior center right behind my building. Like I said, I grew up in the projects, and there was a senior center right behind. And this guy had a Gran Torino, and he used to deal weed. So he worked with the seniors all day. And I'm sure the seniors were probably his best customers. But we call it. His name was Cisco Wheeler, the part-time dealer.
You see, now if Clint Eastwood's movie Gran Torino had been about that, would have won an Oscar.
Yeah, really.
Definitely.
If Clint Eastwood had eyes, it would have won an Oscar. But
here's the difference too, and I don't know, whatever, but it is what it is. Now, of course, when I was young, I did whatever. You used to get 10 joints out of a nickel bag. I don't know how much weed costs now, but I hear I'm sure it's, but it wasn't the same kind of weed.
We have designer weed now.
Now it's something else. I mean, weed really was named.
Now I think I haven't bought pot since 1972. But I think
that's because he had so much then. He still has.
He grows it.
I think now it's like $90 a quarter of an ounce.
Wow.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never been to
even if you have a prescription.
No.
It's not legal. It's not legal in Florida, is it?
Well, you can have a card.
Oh, okay.
See, it's legal here. Me and Craig could just walk in a place and buy it without.
I went in with a baseball card. They wouldn't sell it to me.
Yeah. With a baseball card.
You got a card? You got a card? Yeah, he is a Mickey Mantle.
Use Doc Ellis because he actually pictured the game on LSD. So that's the secret code.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. I'll
did.
tell you what, man. Those were some insane times, man.
It was a no-hitter on LSD.
That's
absolutely true.
insane.
What are you talking about? I didn't hear about this.
Doc Ellis, the pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1971, he was 19-9. He had a great year. I think he won the Cy Young, but he threw a no-hitter, and he admits was on LSD when he threw the no-hitter.
Wow. See,
he had a biography, and he talked about it.
He just watched because he used to like to watch the waves coming off the ball, man.
Dude, he probably was really, he could make that ball spin. He could see it. So I don't know.
There you go.
That's insane.
I tried it and I ate home plate.
That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
Well, you talk about that too, man. See now, and that was a different thing. Even at the ball game, I remember we used to go I would take the train and go see the Mets. Down in Shea Stadium, which I don't think it's even called. It's not even called Shea.
It's not even there anymore.
City Field, whatever the hell it is.
It's not even there anymore.
But I would go there just for the hot dogs because also they had the Gouldens mustard. You couldn't get Gouldens mustard in the store. The only place you could get it was it wasn't for sale in stores. It was.
I don't think it was.
It was in the little package.
Always had Gouldens.
I'm telling you, man, not when we were kids. Well, unless
that
was just a lie my mother said because she didn't want to spend extra money. Had to get that shitty French's mustard.
I think she was. Well, I gotta tell you because for years I'm not a big fan of Goldens because it's spicy.
Gouldens.
And for years, I mean, after I lived on my own, I was buying Goldens. I'm like, why am I buying this? I don't even like it. And I started buying French's because I like to. But yeah,
oh man, you're a French's fan.
I'm a French's fan.
Oh man, that I should.
Hey, come on,
I should.
It fits. It fits my whole mystique.
Yeah, which is what? Nothing.
Yeah, well, yeah, it
fits the mystique of Craig. There's a real mystique going
yellow
on.
And it's his mystique, yellow and spicy.
That's even as we speak, there's like a SWAT team crawling up to break into his apartment because of his mystique.
Oh, my mystique is unmistakable.
Mystique.
Oh,
okay. God. So but those were the days, man. I'll tell you, I used to just hop on the 7 train, go to Shea Stadium, see a game. And in those days, the Mets were in the cellar. They were. I met every freaking Met player. My brother was a big fan, so we'd wait outside. Met all the players. I remember meeting Rusty Staub and Jerry Kuzman and you name it. I met them all. Got their autographs.
It was like spring training.
They were like shocked. You asked them for an autograph, and they were like, "Really? Oh, come here!" Oh,
No, it was like in spring training is open access. You can see your favorite players and you can go up and talk to them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's how it used to be at Shea.
There were so few people in the stadium. We knew each other's names, Hey, where's Bob this week?
Yeah, now I don't. It's all corporate, and the players are rich, and they don't hobnob with the fans anymore. I don't think.
I went to a game at Yankee Stadium, and I had box seats. This is like 5 years ago, and I had box seats behind home plate. It was me, Bill J, my daughter, and another friend of his. So it's 4 seats, and we figured out that the 4 seats were almost $2,400.
But they were a gift, right?
Yeah. I'm just saying. It's like
you're behind home plate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
$2,400 to go to a baseball game.
That's who the best seats are for. That's why they redid all these stadiums, John, so they could hobnob to the corporate people and the rich people.
Look, they
wanted luxury boxes.
Every time I want to go to a concert, like I look up, the Hollywood Bowl, like we went to go see The Who, we saw a few concerts. And you got to sit in the friggin' nosebleeds, and I'm paying a fortune for those because if you go up front, you're talking thousands of dollars.
Well, that I saw Rubin,
if I want Roger Daltrey to spit on me for what he's singing, I got to pay a lot of money for that.
Well, Mike Rubin, he was on our show. Rock Rubin was on our show, but that I guess it's 10 years ago. He put out on his Facebook, "Hey, I have tickets for the Dodgers game tonight. The Dodgers are playing the Nationals. Anybody want them?" And I went, "Yeah, I'll take them." And he sent it to me, and I went, and it was like 3 rows behind the Dodger dugout. It was fantastic. And I looked up the seats later. It was like $320 each for each seat. I was like, holy crap. I mean, He was a head writer for King of Queens, so I guess he could,
somebody
gave
them to him.
I was surprised Michael Carbonero's tickets. I don't talk bad about my friend, but they were $115 a ticket.
But he's in Vegas,
He
right?
plays baseball?
No, this was when he was
in
playing
Orlando.
for the Mets. He no, this is in Orlando,
Well, I mean, I can see that because you don't. How big was the theater? They've got to make money. I mean, if there's only a limited amount of seats, it's got to be worth his while to travel.
Dave Chappelle just did a joke where he goes, I can't figure out what's going on with my son. He comes running up to me, Dad, can I get $250? And he goes, it's not as a big deal, but it's kids. So I have to ask. I go, what do you need $250 for? He goes, I want to go see Kevin Hart. And he goes, $250 for Kevin Hart? I only charge $80.
My favorite moment at the Michael Carbonaro concert is he shows this video. I think I told Mike this, and this woman looks at him and she goes, he says that sometimes when doing the Carbonaro effect, people start to recognize him, and it's a problem. And this lady, he's in the library, and the woman goes, do you have any books on Shakespeare? He goes, I have one behind the counter. And he comes up and he's in a whole Shakespearean outfit. And he hands her the book. And then he goes, yeah, it was next. She goes, how'd you find it so quick? He goes, it was right next to a book on building. And he comes up, and he's got on a flannel shirt and a pair of coveralls. Right? And she looks at him and she goes, you can't fool me. I know who you are.
Right.
You're Dave. And he goes, that's right. Yeah, I'm Dave.
I'm Dave.
I'm Dave the Builder.
Dave's not here, man.
And she goes, no, you're Dave the Magic Guy. And she goes, yep, that's me, Dave the Magic Guy. And she goes, I watch you on TV all the time. You do that funny show. You're Dave. And he goes, yep, Dave, that's me. And she goes, you can't fool me. I know who you are. You're Dave Chappelle.
Oh, man.
Hell of a magician, that Dave Chappelle.
He made his money disappear.
Yeah, he
goes,
did make
so
his money disappear.
so tonight you have a bonus. You see, in Michael Carbonaro and Dave Chappelle.
Oh, God.
I mean, you can't think of an exact opposite of Dave Chappelle as
Carbonaro, Chappelle.
Carbonaro.
Yeah.
So funny.
So what's going on with our cousins, the Yeehaw brothers?
The Yeehaw brothers.
The Yeehaw brothers.
Funny
you ask. They sent a video in. Apparently, they're getting all invested.
It's better than the Inbred Boys.
The Inbred Boys.
That's part of my mystique. Anyway, apparently they're trying to get into some internet trends they see on TikTok. Do you want to see their latest video?
Yeah, that's why I was saying.
Yeah, I want to hear. I already heard the banjo.
We didn't plan this.
I already heard the banjo music playing.
Oh, there you go. Here it comes.
We just get a tortilla, and then we get a sip of water, and then we slap each other until one of us laughs. Right? I think I got it. Hello, 911. Excuse me. What are you doing?
How is he walking like? Those are the most sturdy tortillas ever.
Yeah. Challenge.
Chris, you all right?
Did I win?
The Yeehaw brothers.
You see how he was walking like that? That's why I'd walk after I surfed all day in a wetsuit. My armpits were like rashed out, and I put on deodorant. I'd have to walk around like this, like, oh God, please stop burning, please stop burning.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Popeye. He used to go dan dan dan.
No, you know what it reminds. Now there's this whole new sport coming out with people slapping each other. I mean, come on, how ridiculous is that?
Yeah, they should call that. What do they call it? Slap? What do they call it?
I don't
Stupidity.
know. Just come out with another one. Let's just fucking walk up and shoot a guy. You know, just
how about brain injury Olympics? Because seriously, there's got to be some serious.
I'm telling you, you want a good one. frig slapping people. Have a nut kick. You know, have
Yeah.
two guys standing there. One guy,
You know, see
kick
them
the
do
other
that
guy
on
in the nuts.
Jackass?
Oh,
They
those
did it on
guys are just
Jackass,
insane.
man.
It's
They
just
all
amazing what
they
people
all
will do for
sat in a
fame.
circle. They all sat in a circle with their legs spread. They took a metal cannonball and rolled it into each other's crotches as hard as they could.
I can't
Like,
watch their movies
why?
or nothing. I saw them one time. They put on like a helmet, a big glass helmet,
And then
Jeez.
farted
and then
into
hooked it up. Not, I think he took a crap in it and freaking a fart and crap, and it's like, you know, it's just amazing how what people will do for fame and some money. It's like, you know what? I get it. Everyone needs to have, but it's like, where do you draw
Well,
the line?
the crazy part about Jackass, as I read the book, is Johnny Knoxville, who I think is really funny.
I do
Johnny
too.
Knoxville invented this whole thing and just paid these guys $100 per skit, and he had all the money from the movies.
Oh, they had
And
to
he-
get paid more.
then
than
he's
that
a
if they
friggin'
were
genius.
doing movies.
$100 a skit
Come
Then he's a
on.
genius.
until movie 4 when they decided they wanted more money.
They're idiots then.
They are. They're pretty freaking stupid.
Well, I guess they
But
have to be.
then
in order
again,
to
yeah,
get a
look at what
bone
they're
vote.
doing. These guys are not like freaking geniuses. Go, okay, we're gonna take stuff, jumper cables and hook them to your nuts. And
Well, Bam Margera got his own spin-off show. He got Viva La Bam, where he was torturing his
die?
family. Huh?
Did
Well,
he die?
Bam was let go from Jackass because of his drug problems.
Yeah, he's still struggling. I think he's sober now,
And,
but he's been struggling a long time.
The shit he used to do to his parents were just. I remember once he dug this huge hole in the lawn and covered it with like just twigs and stuff, so his dad would go into it on a ride-in lawnmower.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm sorry, but there's got to be a limit.
And then
That's
how about
why-
the time they went away on vacation, and he had a guy put a snow machine in the house up the stairs, and as soon as they opened the door, he came skiing past them and knocked his dad over.
And now you have to go no further than Congress to see stupid shit like that.
My favorite,
that's-
my favorite thing ever is when he put the alligator in the kitchen. In
Yeah.
April, his mother was just losing it. It was a real alligator.
My favorite thing is when he drove up in his brand new Maserati, and Johnny Knoxville put in a 6-man inflatable raft through the sunroof, opened it up, and broke all the windows.
Yeah, see, I don't watch any of the. I mean, like I saw one movie and I stopped watching. It's like, it's just too much. It's just,
Come
it's
on,
like,
Mike,
I don't
that's
know.
so you. That's so
I
you.
hated
That's
the
so-
fourth
No,
one.
no, I don't. I
It's so
make
you.
a lot of weird joke, but I'm not. That to me, that's like 12-year-old humor. That's like I did that shit when
Oh,
I
it
was in
is.
It
It
is,
definitely
but
is.
I was doing that comedy
It
when I
is.
was in the 5th grade, when I was the class clown.
I mean,
I
Johnny
don't-
Knoxville really got hurt on the last one, man.
Yeah.
He got his ribs
That's
busted.
why I watch.
he,
If I watch, I'm gonna watch to see them.
well, they
fucked
got
up.
him in a rodeo, and he's all dressed in red, and he's got on roller skates. He's where the bull comes out, and he's going, "Don't roller skate in a buffalo field." They let the bull out, and the thing threw him like 10 feet in the air.
When he it would have been funny if when he landed, the bull fucked him.
You know, he did, I don't remember which movie it was, but remember Butterbean,
Yeah, I remember
the
Butterbean.
boxer? Butterbean gave him a severe concussion, knocked him out cold. They just all of a sudden these people were in this like it's like a gap. And they start fighting in boxers.
Oh yeah, they
These
start
people like, what the-
boxing.
and Butterbean knocked the shit out
The
of him.
funniest part of that whole skit wasn't the fact that he punched them, was the one guy came in with a bell. Ding! They started boxing.
And the people were
Butterbean
shopping. They're like,
Butterbean
what
was
the
tough.
fuck?
I've seen him beat up a lot of. I mean, dude's way bigger than him. I've seen. He's
Butterbean
just
had, don't
was
piss off
something else.
Butterbean.
no. Don't piss off Butterbean. That's for
Oof.
sure.
No, thank you. Oh man.
What else
we
we
have
got
another
going
video?
on? Huh?
We had another video going. Didn't we have another video loaded?
Oh yeah, I love this video.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Congress before, and this kind of goes hand in hand with that a little bit. All right. So
Excuse me. Let me get my phlegm out first.
the phlegm must go. Do we need any more setup, or should we just go as it is?
Let's
Go
just
as
go
you-
as it
what-
is. This
I
is
don't
really
even
fun.
remember it.
This
so
speaks
go as-
for itself. Okay.
All
Here,
right.
here we go.
Now let me take a wild guess here.
And with flows.
You're Brett, right?
Correct.
I thought so.
It is freezing.
It is.
I got into
freezing.
Yale Law School.
Check out the big brain on Brad.
That's the #1 law school in the country.
You a smart motherfucker, that's right.
I had no connections there. I got there by busting my tail.
Looks like me and Vincent caught you boys at breakfast. Sorry about that. Did you have it?
Beer. I still like beer.
You mind if I have some of your tasty beverage to wash this down?
Sometimes I had too many beers, but I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out, and I never sexually assaulted anyone.
Yes, you did, Brett.
He is warm, friendly, unassuming. He's the nicest
I don't
person.
remember asking you a goddamn thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Oh, man.
Oh, that's my favorite
See,
part.
and the part though, it's funny, but it's sad. It's like that's the world we live in. Where
That's
this,
what it should have been
where
like.
this guy is a fucking Supreme Court judge.
That
fucking
fuckhead
wimpy-
decides what we're gonna do.
This fucking wimpy douchebag fucking moron.
I
That's
like
a
beer.
Supreme Court judge.
I like beer.
I like beer.
I
Sometimes
don't
I have
believe
too
I
much
asked
beer.
you anything. That's
My name
favorite.
is Clem Cadiddlehopper, and I like beer.
I can't stand Lindsey Graham, man. I just
him too. Cross-dressing mother.
Man, Lindsey Graham makes me embarrassed to be gay. Seriously, because I'm sorry, they call him Miss Lindsay or Ms.
They
Graham.
call him Lady
Come on.
Graham. Like,
Well,
He's in the men's room somewhere, tapping his foot as we speak. I'm telling you,
yeah.
well, did you see the interview with him? They asked him about
Lady Graham. They call him Lady
was
Graham.
he gonna be? Was he gonna? Why was he married? And he said, "Well, I don't think it's off.
Haven't met the right guy."
I don't think it's off. He goes, I don't think it's off the table.
Yeah.
It's not off the sling. I mean, table.
It's not off the table. It's in the closet.
It's not off the closet yet. And look, if you're gay, I should talk. It's fine. But he's voted so much anti-gay LGBTQ.
Well, yeah, because when you're trying to hide it,
Right.
you got to pretend like you hate what you're trying to hide yourself.
All right, here's something that we should mention. You know how Ron's death sentence in Florida is like, it's unbelievable. So there's two things that I got to tell you. So there's a little child's book out called The Happy Caterpillars.
It's called Touch Me, Show Me Where the Man Hurt You. The Happy Caterpillars?
Yeah, and there's a story about two caterpillars, and they meet, and the one says to the other one, let's get married. And then a ladybug comes and goes, I can get the flowers. And they go, that would be great. And the spider goes, and I can clear out the woods. And it goes all along, and they keep meeting other animals, and they get more and more of them are being involved in the wedding. So anyway, they go, so the wedding's going to be tomorrow. And then the one caterpillar goes, I can be the bride. And the other goes, I can be the groom. And the other caterpillar goes, well, I could be the bride. And the other one goes, well, I could be the groom. Because apparently caterpillars are hermaphrodites. They have both sexes.
They got both
DeSantis banned the book.
Yeah, because he didn't understand it. Not because he's against it, because he doesn't fucking understand it.
He banned
It's above his reading level.
It's above his reading level, right.
He banned the book. And
who?
And they had to cover all. So apparently there's this Mothers of Liberty in Florida, which is another psycho group. And they decided that mothers should have the right to what kids see in school. So they don't have enough people to vet the books in the state. So all the libraries in all the schools are now covered with paper or material because your kids are not allowed to check out books unless they're vetted. But they don't have enough people to vet the books because they have to be certainly trained.
Books are bad.
And now DeSantis just passed this thing that if they think a student in high school is reading a banned book, they're allowed to go search their locker. And if they find the banned book, they can be expelled. If a teacher hands a kid a book that is banned, they can face a 3rd-degree felony. This is like crazy.
Well, you know what's going to happen? Teachers are going to quit left and right because who the hell wants to be involved in a system like that?
And he wants to be president.
I mean, let's be honest. And let's
you
talk
want to
about
know what? People that don't live in Florida.
What book did you read when you were a kid, Craig, that made you gay? What book was it? Which book was it that made you gay?
Caterpillar
Well,
book.
Johnny and the Silver Thong, but that's different. No,
was it
exactly.
the Cat in
No,
the Hat?
there's
Which
no
book
book.
it was?
But you know what I did read? I read Huckleberry Finn, and they wouldn't let them read that today. I bet it has the N word in it.
It's just insane. It's
You
just
can't read. So that's the other thing, right? His platform is anti-woke, he calls it. So you're not allowed to have any book that would have the N-word in it. You're not allowed to read any book that has a slave who did well.
That's funny to me because you would figure DeSantis and those guys would want books with extra N-words in it.
Well, they don't want any word. Their theory is they don't want you to feel bad for any reason about what's happened in the past.
They don't believe in critical race theory.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's like, let me tell you something. When I remember when I was a kid, and we they'd teach about World War II, and you'd hear about the concentration camps and all that shit. You know what, man? It's like there should be a response. You don't have to feel bad if but there should be a teaching. There should be the truth. There should be knowledge. I mean, why are you hiding this stuff? It's like those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. So if you don't teach reality,
and look
really
what's happened, and look what's happening.
It's already happening.
It's already happening. Yeah,
It's already.
They don't realize. See, I love these morons, and they think, "Oh, we're gonna come after the Jews." Like Jews are sitting around, like waiting and thinking. Trust me, man. Fucking Jews are so armed to the teeth, and the fact that I'm incredibly much smarter than these fucking morons. Come on, bring it on.
Well, look at Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, who made an ass of herself during the State of the Union, plus. As a congresswoman, she's been seated on several really important committees in Congress. And
she's on Homeland Security.
Yeah.
And she said that the fires in California were started by Jewish space lasers.
Yeah.
And she said it and meant it. It wasn't like she was joking. So when you want to talk about, repeating, it's already happening.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? It ain't going to be like the last time. Because let me tell you something, it's like there's people that are prepared for this. You get these morons and they think, oh, we got guns. You're the only ones that got guns.
It's so crazy though, this DeSantis, what's really insane about him is, he is more dangerous than Trump. He's Trump with an education. He graduated from Princeton and from Yale, I believe.
Wait a minute, Trump went to the Wharton School of Business. What are you doing, man?
And it's just got to get the word out because people that don't live in Florida think he's like this great candidate because he's great? He's got 17-point lead over Trump, and he hasn't even announced that he's running.
That's right. He hasn't announced it yet. I just hope they fight it out together and they cancel each other out. That's what I hope.
Well, that's what's going to happen.
I hope they split the vote, and we'll have Trader Joe for another 4 years.
Listen,
I don't know why I call him Trader Joe.
Well, whatever. But it's like people think that Biden, he was great. We chose. It's like Biden was just a settlement. It's like nobody wanted a 340-year-old guy to be president.
I would have voted for a matchbook.
Exactly. I would have voted for fucking, a donkey. You know what I mean? But it's
I do believe that Biden's intentions are really good.
Oh, I think he's really done well.
And I do believe that he has like such empathy, like when something, like during that shooting or, stuff like that. I do believe that. I also worries me because I do think he's too old to run again.
I agree.
He is.
And it's not ageism either. It's, it's practicality.
Yeah. Well, you know what the country needs is this is why Trump won. Because people wanted to feel like we're strong. We give out and whatever he is, he gave out that image of being strong, powerful, good businessman. It's all bullshit. It's all phony. He's a con man. But he gave this image of strength. Now, and what do you got with an old man? You got just the opposite. It's like you want to feel strong, you want to feel secure.
Well, he's getting shit done though.
He may be getting shit done, but his approval rating is still in the toilet because people want a powerful image head. It's amazing. You know what? Substance is it's like bullshit comes over substance. It's
I was thinking if because Kamala Harris does not have a great Q rating either.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if somebody, if who else would be a better choice, or who would be a popular choice?
You want to know who would be? You want to know who would be?
Chef and AOC.
You want to know who would
be
win? Who would win tomorrow? And I'll bet you he's going to run. We'll see. But I'm talking Governor Newsom, California.
He could, but you know who would absolutely run away with it?
Who's that?
But the thing is, she's not going to run.
Who?
Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama would.
Oh yeah.
She would run away with it because
I don't know
she's
about
smart.
that.
She's strong.
That's what they thought about Hillary. That's what they thought about Hillary Clinton.
But there's a lot of bigots in this country, man.
Well, yeah, but the thing, there's a lot of bigots.
There's a lot of bigots in this country.
Here's the thing, though. She get the women vote, the African American vote. She would get the Democratic vote for sure. And I got to tell you, she is one smart, intelligent, capable leader. But I don't think she wants to do it.
No.
Why
you know I love?
First of all, you got to be a nut. You got to be a nut to want to be the president of the United States. You got to be insane anyway. Who the hell wants that job?
Well, it's definitely a power thing, dude. That's the thing. That's one thing about all politicians. It's about ultimately it's about power. I don't think anybody's in the Oval Office,
and that's why I don't run, because I don't need it. I got the power already.
You got the power. It's like, I don't think there's anybody in the Oval Office who ever feels like this is not for me. This is for them. No, that's just a line they say. They're there because I'm the fucking president.
Exactly.
I'm the most powerful man on the planet.
They're there. Look at that Boebert chick who went into politics with no money, and now she's worth $41 million after 2 years.
Did you hear what Marjorie Taylor Greene said?
No.
She said, I only make $174,000 a year here in Congress, and this is a big pain. I would make more. More.
She was bitching about her job is too hard. Yeah.
Well, then resign.
174. I would retire.
No, that's about right for the pay. I mean, that's listen. If I mean, she's a moron, but I mean, if you're a legitimate congressman, that's not an outrageous paycheck, and they do probably,
and they also get payola from all the lobbyists.
That's where the money comes from. What do you think, Lauren Boebert? Where's she getting her money? She's getting paid off to vote a certain way. There's no morality. Everyone's a sellout. Now you can't just say Republican because it's Democrat too. It's everybody.
Oh, it's both. Come on,
they're all selling out. They're and it's there used to be some integrity. There used to be something, but it's not there anymore. Now it's
all pretense.
It's like you said. Now it's the guys we were talking about, Knoxville, and those guys, the jackass. It's like, do anything for money. It doesn't matter. Do whatever. Pay the consequence later. I got mine. Go get yours. And it doesn't matter that people are suffering. People are dying. We got clowns, like you said, with a balloon. That's Congress.
Yeah, that balloon is they found that balloon, and they said they found over 17 different balloons over various military sites all over the world, not just here. And everybody's complaining, Biden wanted to shoot it down right away. But the military said, that thing that was hanging off of it looked like an ice tray.
Yeah.
Was the size of a bus and weighed
Six
like
buses.
5 tons or something.
I just texted
Six
you.
Buses.
Six buses.
Craig, I just texted you a picture of her with the balloon. See if you got it.
Where? You texted? It's going to take a while. Keep talking. This will take about 15, 20 minutes.
Well, they
15, 20 minutes. Doodle-doo-doo-doo.
So there was a guy on this morning on one of the news channels, and it was Rick Scott, and he was talking about how Biden's a total failure, how there would be no war because Trump could have stopped Putin. Because it was his buddy.
No,
that
Trump would have joined in with Putin. Ukraine would have fell a year ago. Total failure at the borders.
And everything he said, they proved that he was wrong. And he goes, this balloon flew across the country. And they said, when Trump was president, 4 balloons flew across the country.
But you know what the thing is? I'll give this to Biden. He ordered the balloon shot down on Wednesday. So the military decided not to do it till it was. So if you got a problem with when the balloon was shot down, you got a problem with the military. It's,
And also what he did was, as soon as they realized it was in our airspace, he cut off all top secret communications in any near where
Yeah,
it was.
so they weren't getting anything. It's like, so it was floating there, big deal. Now, and you would think these people who are complaining about it, they know this, but they don't know it. What scares me is they're not smart enough, or they don't know that this balloon wasn't getting any information. It wasn't getting any top secret shit. That's why they didn't care. Let it float until we can shoot it down, because it's not doing anything.
By the way, the Chinese were really pissed that we shot it down, and they said there will be retribution. And you know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid the Macy's parade is going to be a massacre. See our balloons?
Yeah, I heard that they're increasing the price of egg rolls.
Yeah, there we go. I lack the intellect to deal with real issues, so I do stupid shit like this.
But she's too stupid to even spell any of that right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's not gonna. That wouldn't happen either.
That's
she's
true.
she's such a fucking Karen. Look at her.
Well, even for her and Lauren Bow, you think they believe this shit? This is about money. This makes her famous. I was watching the news the other night, and she was the topic of the conversation for like 40 minutes.
They were saying
Where
today,
can you buy publicity like that?
They were saying on the news today that she's one of the top Republicans now.
Yeah,
you know, and before she went into Congress, when she was running, they had film of her walking down, following that kid Hogg, the kid who was from the school shooting.
Right.
David Hogg,
yeah.
And she was like, "You're an actor. You're a paid actor. None of it was real." And now she's on Homeland Security.
I could put wiggly eyes on my balls. How about make it talk, and it would be the most famous friggin'
How about
congressman.
Boebert bringing 2 tours through the Capitol building 2 days before the insurrection, during it texting out Nancy Pelosi's whereabouts.
Yeah.
And she's still
which leads me to I stated this a couple of shows ago. I don't think there's going to be any retribution. I don't think anybody's going to jail. I don't think anybody's going to get dismissed. Except for George Santos, he's gone. He'll be.
Well, honestly, the way if you can't,
it looks like Ivanka's going down.
If you can't rectify any of these things, then there is something based. This government has cancer, because if you can't rectify all of this shit then there is something wrong, and it needs to be changed.
Okay, so the thing I just read was when Trump overvalued all of his properties to these insurance companies and everything. Right. They did a thing called a self not evaluation. When they look at your property, see how much it's worth.
Appraisal.
You had to do a self-appraisal on the worth of the property based on what properties were around it, which they lied on all of it, and Ivanka signed off on all of them, every single one.
That's how they keep her quiet. You got to have somebody on everyone who's around. That's like the mafia. When you're going into the whatever, they're going to make you commit some kind of crime that they have proof of. This way, they have control of you. You never turn on them because they got you.
But you know what? It's been 7 years since Trump's been in office. And we've watched one thing after another happen, unfold, be proven, be accused. Like you just said, now Ivanka, and things are going to courts. There's hearings.
You can't say nothing's happened. 12 people around him are all in jail.
But it's 7 years and nothing's happened to them.
Well, if you remember John Gotti, everyone went to jail around him until the very end when they finally got him.
Yeah, but you know what? I just have a feeling that. I don't know.
I don't really care. I'll be honest. Whether Trump goes to jail or not, I don't give a shit, because I'll be honest with you. I'm almost envious of him. It's like
he's the ultimate criminal.
It's like fucking wow. I'm like this. I'm in awe. I've stopped being angry at him. I've stopped being mad at him.
The ultimate criminal that 74 million people voted for.
It comes to the point where it's like you can't be angry at the guy anymore, because people are letting him and allowing him, and they're going right along. It's like, wow, I'm in awe. I'm in awe of the man now.
All right. Well, not to change the subject, but we have a Super Bowl coming up this weekend.
Yes, we do.
Super Bowl. And the halftime show is going to be crap.
Who's
Rihanna?
Oh, it's Rihanna.
Who I
don't really
cannot
know her
stand.
music.
She's the
you know
most
what?
talentless piece of crap I've
We've
ever
talked
heard in
about
my
this
life.
before, man. I don't know anybody past the 1980s. I mean, early 90s. Anyone after 95, I don't know.
Rihanna was really good in the movie Battleship.
She's shit.
Was
I
she in the
hate
movie
her.
Battleship?
I can't stand her.
She wasn't.
She is one of those pet peeve people that I think she's
Beyonce
a
was good in
talented
Golden.
piece of crap. And
Beyonce.
I've never seen her good on, not Beyonce, but I've never seen her Rihanna good on anything that she's ever on. And they go, oh, there's a problem with the mic. Oh, there's a problem with this. Oh, there's a problem with that.
How many people get invested in the goddamn halftime show? I don't.
I don't know.
Watch
All I know is
women watch the Super Bowl for the halftime show.
All
I
know
watched
is,
it when they had the Stones and they had Bruce Springsteen. You know, it's like,
listen, I'll be honest with you.
Like 5 years ago.
Football, the Super Bowl is about chicken wings.
Now
I got no dog in the fight. I'm voting. I'm rooting for Kansas City.
Me too.
It's about all those asses in those tight jersey pants.
Tight end.
I love, you know,
Mahomes, Kansas City too.
Mahomes is great. I mean,
he
great.
is, man. He's
I'm also a big Andy Reid fan. Andy Reid.
Andy Reid's been around football as long as I was
He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, you know, the winningest coach for the Eagles, and now the winningest.
The big question though is what kind of chicken wings are you eating, Craig?
Hot and spicy.
John, what kind of chicken wings?
I don't know. I'm not a big chicken wing guy.
We got to get some sponsors because I'm like mine. I got to have Frank's. I fucking Frank. I put that shit on everything. Why aren't we having Frank's as a sponsor? We need sponsors.
We do.
Frank's chicken wings.
You want to sponsor us? $25. That's all we want.
That's it.
Well, hey, I think it's time to go.
It's time to wrap this baby up and powder its ass and pat it for another week.
So they didn't take Chris's car, Carvana, because the ABS light came on.
Now ABS is what, the anti-brake system, the anti-lock brake system,
emergency brake system.
Oh, I think you had to work on
anti-lock brake. Emergency would be
like anti-lock brakes.
Anti-lock brake, yeah.
Every time the ABS light goes off my car, I get pissed. I'm like it wants me to do crunches.
That's where I'm heading right after here to the gym. Crunches, baby, yeah.
I'm going to the mechanic. I'm going to the mechanic to see if they.
But his name was Jim.
His name was Jim. Mike and the Mechanics. That's what it was.
All right.
John went to the gym the other day.
Yeah, I went yesterday.
Yeah.
By the way, we should mention. I hope I get it right. Hold on. Say something while I double check something.
Craig's having a senior moment.
I'm having more than a senior moment.
I'm gonna have a senior moment in this seat if I don't get up soon.
It depends on what we're talking about.
Come on, wrap this baby up.
John's got a turtle head poking.
No, I gotta pee like a racehorse.
No, well, what we should say is that you know this show now is going to be.
Say it quick.
Why'd you say it quick?
Because I gotta pee.
John, oh, come on, hold it in.
Can you tie it in or not? Can you tie it in a bow?
John, I was going to say that our show,
get up and go, John.
The Strong Island Entertainment app, which you can see on Roku and also on Amazon Fire Stick, is now going to be hard coded onto all His Sense TVs.
Yes.
So that means when you go there and you go into apps, the Strong Island Entertainment apps can be right there. So if you have one of those TVs, you can watch us right there, right on your TV.
Why can't you get the app then on any TV?
You can. Well,
you can download it, but this way it's already preloaded. It's going to be preloaded.
So
and John took his leak already.
To see us.
I can tell.
So,
I can tell.
I'm only charging $25, Franks. Come on.
Come on, man. I'm like preloaded already.
All right, end the show so John can go.
All right, end it, John.
All right, well, that's it for the show. Yeah.
Thank you to Mike.
Waterfalls.
Hey, Craig Mitchell.
Waterfalls.
Craig
Toilet
Mitchell.
flushing.
You can see us on Roku.
John. Good luck on your Super Bowl and whatever boxes you get.
Yeah.
See you next week, everybody.
All
right. All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ha ha ha!